Did you know that having the wrong thing in your bio on TikTok could be the thing that's actually destroying your views, or maybe didn't realize that you needed to warm up your account, and if your account isn't warm yet, it could be the reason you're stuck in 300 view jail. Well, those two things are absolutely nothing, because by the end of this video, you're gonna know the 5 things that you need to change right now in order to skyrocket your reach on TikTok right now. In fact, I just tried these things on this brand new account, and I was able to gain over 18,000 followers, get monetized, get millions of views, and be able to make money from the account in less than 2 weeks. And if you copy these things, the same exact thing's going to be possible for you. Now, the first thing you need to make sure that you're doing is setting up your bio correctly, because I did this on another page and it didn't push out my content at all, but I did this on this latest page and it made a huge difference. Here's what you need to pay attention to. Okay, now in order to actually set up your page the right way, there are a few things you need to make sure that you're doing. First and foremost, this link in bio right here, I would recommend that you do not put one of these in until your page is consistently going viral. If you put one of these in before it's consistently going viral, you are going to be tempted to tell people to go to it, and you are going to be tempted to do things that are going to hurt your growth on TikTok. Secondly, you want to make sure that you have 3 lines within your bio right here. The first one needs to talk about 2 keywords of things that you're going to be posting about. For example, I post about the latest AI tools and news, which is why I put this in here. Secondly, you want to make it another thing that you are going to be talking about. Again, I put AI automations and AI agents. And then the final thing is you need to have a call to action here if you have this link here. If you do not have a link here, your call to action should be a reason to follow you. For example, follow to make AI easy to learn. You wouldn't have an emoji in here and you wouldn't have this link here then, but what this will do is increase the odds that you get more followers so you could get monetized, you build a faster audience, and then you'll be able to monetize them in the future. Now, most people stop at just that. Other thing that I would strongly suggest that you do, so I would look at this name that you have right here. Ideally, you want to have whatever your keyword is in this name. If we look at me, which obviously this page is doing really well and I just started it, it says Rob the AI guy. So TikTok obviously knows my content is going to be about AI. If we come over to one of my clients right here who does credit repair, if we look at this, Mike, the credit guy, guess what? This is why his post is doing incredibly well. And that's why he got over 100,000 views on this one, over 40,000 views on this one. And if we scroll through his page, you will see a bunch of content that has done really well, like 80,000 views over here, 18,000, 40,000, 55,000. And he has a bunch of different posts that have performed really well that are all about that topic. And you need to make sure that you have the same exact thing happening when somebody goes to your page. Now that was just the first thing. You also need to make sure that you're warming up your page correctly. And in order to do this, you need to make sure that you do 3 things right. First and foremost, I would strongly suggest you only post 1 time a day in the beginning on your page until you have a post go viral, which viral with not a lot of followers is going to be getting 10,000, 50,000, or 100,000 views depending on your niche. Once you have a post do that, you can begin to increase the rate at which you're posting. But before that happens, I would strongly suggest that you only post 1 time a day, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to be flooding TikTok with bad content, and then as a result, you're not training the TikTok algorithm to give you views. Instead, you're training the TikTok algorithm to get you stuck in 200 to 300 view jail. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're following at least 5 people every day that are in your niche. You want to make sure that you're going onto their posts. You want to make sure that you're interacting with them, you're saving them, you're liking them, you're commenting on them, you're sharing them, or at least copying the link on them. And you want to make sure that you're doing this at least 5 times a day. And then the other thing that I would strongly suggest that you do is go onto TikTok 2 or 3 times a day and scroll for 2 or 3 minutes and interact with content. If you do this, it's going to make TikTok assume that you are a real person. If you don't do this, TikTok's going to think that you're just a bot or you're just trying to post some random stuff. So you need to make sure that you're doing these things in order for TikTok to actually recognize your page, think that it's real, and then begin to push it out. Now, before we get into change number 3, which is one of the most important things you need to make sure that you're doing, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to grow faster on TikTok and get monetized on TikTok. I upload videos like this almost every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. So when it comes to your audience size, you need to make sure that other people have posted content that has gotten at least 100,000 views in the last week for whatever you are going to be posting about. If you cannot prove that that has happened, that's a sign that you should not upload about what you're about to upload. Let me show you. Okay, now finding out how large of an audience TikTok has for something is actually pretty simple. You are literally just going to come over here and type something in. For example, I'm going to type in Elon Musk. What are we going to notice? That there are a bunch of videos that have gone viral right here. 2 days ago, video went viral. This video went viral. This video went viral. This video went viral. This video went viral. Why? Because it's something that is trending. If we come over here and type in something like Ethereum, what are we going to notice? We're going to notice that there are a bunch of posts under here that have done all right. They haven't gone viral, but they have done fine. Now, what is that going to be a sign of? That is a sign that if you make a post about this topic, it could do all right. Now, of course, you're going to want to be doing this for your specific niche. The other thing you want to make sure that you do is when you type in the topic right here, you want to look at all of these other things that you could potentially look at. And then on the right hand side, you want to look at all the other things that you could potentially look at right here, because what you'll find is that a 1-word difference, 2-word difference, or slightly just rephrasing something could lead to you actually getting way more reach. For example, if we put Ethereum update today right here, what are we going to notice? That there are a few more videos that have gotten more reach. 188 likes, 148 likes, 56 likes, 121 likes, 735 likes, 318 likes. So we're starting to uncover some better videos here. And you need to make sure that you're going through and doing this. In fact, this is more important than the actual content that you create, because you can make the best video in the world. But if the topic is something TikTok thinks won't go viral because it hasn't gone viral in the last 7 days on TikTok, well, guess what? They're simply not going to push out your content, and you're going to waste your time creating content on that topic. Now, change number 4, before I get into the last and most important change, is that you need to make sure that you are aware of TikTok's point systems, because likes, comments, somebody following you, somebody visiting your bio, those aren't all equal on TikTok. So you need to make sure you're getting the right number of those things, because if you don't, then you aren't going to get out of 200 to 300 view jail, and it's all because of something that you could have changed in the beginning. Let me explain. Okay, now when it comes to the point system on TikTok, this is what you need to be paying attention to, and this is a basic summarization table of this. If you get a like on TikTok, that's 1 point. You get a comment, that's 2 points. You get a share, 3 points. Somebody completes your videos, 4 points. Somebody rewatches your video, 5 points. So instead of focusing on how many likes you're getting, how many comments you're getting, how many shares you're getting, the sole thing that you need to be focused on is how many people are completing your video, how many people are rewatching your video. If you can make that happen, you are going to go viral on TikTok. Now, the way that you are going to make this happen is 1, you need a really good hook in your video. 2, you need your content to be about things that people actually care about, like I just explained to you. But then also, ideally you want your content to be short, or people can't actually tell when the video ends. Now, you can make longer content. I'm not just saying to make your content short, but what I am saying is don't make a 5-minute video. Don't make a 7-minute video or a 10-minute video. You don't want to do that, because the odds that somebody completes that video or rewatches that video is going to be slim to none. But if you make a 1-minute video, 2-minute video, 3-minute video, 20-second video, guess what? It's going to skyrocket the odds that people actually end up completing the video. Now, again, I don't want you to go crazy thinking about this, but I do want you to take these things into consideration and begin to run experiments. For example, let's say that you're making a video about a topic that you know can go viral. Maybe you make a video that's 15 seconds long. Maybe you make another video that's 45 seconds long. And then maybe you make the third video 2 minutes long. Now, you have all these videos about the same topic, but you change the hook and you change the length a little bit. This is actually going to reveal to you in an apples to apples comparison what length works best for whatever topic you're actually posting about. What this is going to do is increase the odds you end up going viral, because you're actually doing the right things when it comes to growing on TikTok. Now, change number 5 is you need to make sure that you're turning your content into a series. If you aren't turning your content into a series, it's going to be the thing that really holds you back. In fact, if we go back to the beginning of my TikTok page, when I didn't turn my content into a series, guess what? I got inconsistent views and I got low views. But once I started changing that content into a series, it started to skyrocket my reach for 2 reasons. 1, it trains the TikTok algorithm of exactly who to show your content to. And 2, once somebody engages with one video that's in the series, they then get shown all of your other content that's in that series. Check this out. Now, when I talk about creating a series, I am not only talking about what I'm doing on this page, where it's things you didn't know you could do with AI. I have part 50, 86, 31, 82, 33, 30, 50, 20. I have part 72. I have part 19. I have all these different parts. Not only talking about that. Of course, I would recommend that you do that. I think that you should be doing that. But what you also can do is what Tuvok here does. And I actually helped Tuvok gain over 15 million followers on TikTok. Now, the way that we did this, he's got this one where people are hitting soccer balls. basketballs. He's got this one where people are shooting basketballs. He's got this one where people are shooting basketballs. He's got this one where people are punching this thing. So as we can see here, he is constantly trying new things out, but it's all part of a series of getting strangers to kick a soccer ball, to shoot a basketball, to hit something with a bat, to hit something with pickleball, of doing all of these different things. And you need to make sure that you're doing the same exact type of stuff in your content, because again, it's going to make it way easier for the TikTok algorithm to say, hey, we know who the audience for this is, and then just show it to them, as opposed to them having to guess every single time you upload a piece of content. Now here's the deal. Since you're watching this video, I know you want to grow faster on TikTok. I know you want to get monetized on TikTok. Well, I want to work with you one-on-one to help you get that even faster. I want to help you increase your views. I want to tell you exactly what you should be posting, how to change your content, and I want to critique your content to guarantee you grow on TikTok over the next 30 days. This is the same exact thing that I did to help this creator get over 100,000 followers, this creator over 200,000, this creator over 400,000, and I want to help you next. In fact, I want to guarantee I can help you grow. If that sounds interesting, well, please check out this video right here that walks you through the 3 different ways that we can work together to grow faster on TikTok. I'll see you over there.